Alright, what we're going to be talking about in this video is how to evaluate expressions. If you are unfamiliar with what expressions are, please go watch the video on expressions in the Algebra playlist. But again, what we're going to talk about in this particular video is how to evaluate expressions when you see them. Short little recap: an expression is a math expression. Is basically like in English you got sentences and words and phrases, and in language generally, whether you speak in Chinese or Spanish, you got like words and expressions in words. In math we got those same things with like numbers, characters, mathematical sentences, and so forth. So what we're going to talk about is how to evaluate expression. So this is an example of an expression right here: x plus y times c. And expressions, they can include constants, numbers, and variables as well. This one is made up of variables. When you have an expression that has variables, it's real simple. When you have to evaluate an expression with variables in it, all you got to do is plug in whatever number that they say or that you are told that the variable represents. For example, we got x plus y times c. Now we can't necessarily do a whole bunch more with this x plus y times c unless we are told what x and y and c is, which we got right here. So x is, I'm gonna rewrite this. So x is gonna be 4. So we got 4 plus y, because x is 4, y is 1, so we got 4 plus 1 times c. What is c? C is 2. So what we did was we replaced all of the variables with what numbers or values that we have been given. And so now that we kind of, we plugged in, that's what it is. You plug in the numbers for the variables. Now that we went and plugged that in, what we got now is 4 plus 1 times 2, which we can work with that. So going through the operations, you got 1 times 2 first, which is 2, and then 4 plus 2, which is 6. So let me see if I got my Alright, so x plus y times c, when x is 4 and y is 1 and c is 2, this equals 6. But I just want to make a real quick point. It only equals 6 with these set of values. So let's change it up right fast. Let's let x be, make that 7. So now we're going to reevaluate it and plug in those same numbers. So we got x, which is 7, x plus y is still 1, so 7 plus 1, times c is still 2. Excuse me. So this is the new expression that we got. We got 7 plus 1 times 2. And when we do the arithmetic on this, 1 times 2 is still going to be 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. So the value or the answer that we get from the expression is directly dependent on what the variables represent. Because again, right before then we just got 6, but now the same expression, x plus y times c, equals 9 when we change up some of these values. But let's do another example. Let's say we have something like 4 squared plus a, and then we'll subtract b. So again, we got another expression that has some variables, so we need to figure out what these variables are going to stand for. We got to give a value to these variables. So we'll let a be 3, and b is going to be equal to 5. So now we got 4 squared plus a. So let's start with that first. So 4 squared, and we're not gonna start calculating yet. The first thing we're gonna do is plug in the numbers where they belong. So we got 4 plus a, but we know that a is equal to 3. So we do 4 squared plus 3, and put that in parentheses. And then we're gonna subtract b right here. Well, b, as we have been given, b is equal to 5. So we're just gonna put the number 5 right there. And so this is what we get when we plug in the numbers. And we can actually work out some arithmetic with this right here. So 4 squared is 16. 16 plus 3. That's going to be in the parentheses. And then we're going to subtract 5. 16 plus 3 is 19 minus 5, which is 14. So the answer to our original expression is 14. So I'm gonna put that up there just for the sake of being thorough. Excuse me. 14, but again, I just want to re-emphasize this expression only equals 14 when a is 3 and when b is 5. If we switch up a or b, if we make a another number or if we make b another number, then it's not going to be 14, it's going to be another number. But the whole point is, when you're evaluating an expression, it's not super hard. You just got to make sure that you plug in the right values and that you doing your arithmetic the right way. And do another couple of examples. Excuse me. Let's say, let's do something like, let's say we had x plus y over b times 2. I don't know who knows. But so now we got x plus y divided by b times 2. Excuse me. We're gonna let x equal. Well, you can take a second. Well, let's see. We got x and then y and then b. We can put any numbers that we want to for x, y, and b. So if you want to kind of take a minute and see what you want to put in there, that's cool. I'm gonna take a little second, drink a little bit of water right fast. We're gonna give some. We're gonna substitute some numbers for these letters real quick. So I don't want you to get so caught up in like, well, why is x equal to this and why is b equal to that? It's not that deep. It's not. It is because I say so, and it's whatever you say it is, that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna say x is gonna be 2 right now, y is gonna be 3, and b is gonna be 5. But these numbers aren't special, so don't get married to these numbers. They can change, they can be whatever they feel like being. But when x is 2 and b is 5 and y is 3, let's see what it is. So x plus y, so let's look down here and we're gonna substitute, we're gonna plug in what we put for x and y. So 2 plus 3, 2 is x and y is 3. 2 plus 3 over b, b is 5. And then we multiplying that by 2. So this is what we get after we plug in all of the values. So let's, hey, to be honest, thank God this turned out a little bit clean. So we got 2 plus 3, which is 5. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. Hold up now. I think we're doing this right, yeah. 2 plus 3 is 5 divided by 5 times 2. Next up, 5 over 5 is just 1 times 2. And so this is our answer. To the original expression, the answer is 2. X plus y over b times 2 is 2, but only when x is 2, b is 5, and y is 3. I want to change it up. I'm going to change up what x is just to prove the point real quick. I'm going to leave the number 2 right here. So remember, this is the answer that we got when x was 2. let's see what happens when we change up x one time. X is not gonna be 2 now. And that's why I told you not to get married to it. X can be whatever you make it. X can be whatever I make it. X is really gonna be whatever's on the test or whatever's given on the exam that you're taking. So let's let X, let's do 10. X is gonna be 10 now. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna plug in the numbers and then do some arithmetic. X plus Y, so 10, because 10 is X plus 5. 10 plus 5 divided by, oh wait, I'm sure. Y is 3. 10 plus 3, and B is on the bottom, so divided by 5, because B is equal to 5. And we're gonna multiply all that times 2. Now remember, I think X was 2 last time. When X was 2, this is the answer that we got. But let's see what we get now. 10 plus 3 is 13 divided by 5 times 2. 13 divided by 5, if I'm not mistaken, that's like 2 and 3/5. 2 and 3/5 times 2. What that is, I'm not sure. We'll estimate right fast. 2 and 3/5. Let's turn this back into an improper fraction and we'll do it that way. So we can get a little more clear answer. Okay. We'll do, so 13 over 5 times 2 over 1. What's that going to be? So you just multiply straight across. That's going to be 26 over 5. And this is the answer. We're not going to simplify it because I'm not in the mood to do all that arithmetic. But the answer that we get now that X is 10 is 26 over 5, whereas before we got 2. And the reason it changed was all because we changed the value of X. Let's do one more little quick example. Kind of drive that point home. Let's do something like 3 times X squared. Excuse me. Plus what we're gonna do? Let's do play 3 times X. We'll do it that way. See, now it's only one variable in this particular problem. We only got X. Everything else is a constant that we know. So what is X gonna equal? Let's let X equal 3 right now, because I'm looking at a card and it got 3 on it. 3 a diamond. So, like always, the next thing that we do is just plug in 3 for all of the X's that we see, because X is equal to 3. So let's do 3 times 3 squared plus 3 times 3. And again, if you look right here, all that we did was for every X in the expression, we just replaced that with a 3. 3 squared, X squared, 3 times 3, 3 times X right there. So now that we kind of plugged in all the variables that we need to, we can go ahead with this arithmetic. Let's do the exponent first. 3 squared is 9. So we got 3 times 9 plus 3 times 3 is also going to be 9. And 3 times 9 is 27 plus 9, that should be 36. So the answer to our original expression is going to be 36.